Hello everyone, welcome to this new section. In the last section, I've covered the definitions, components, and calculations of CLV. In this section, I will get back to our cupcake example and demonstrate how to apply CLV calculation methods here. First, let's review what happened there. A cupcake store conducted an acquisition campaign by sending out flyers, as you can see on the left of the slide, to get prospects to come to the store. As we have seen from the first section, the total acquisition cost is $1,525. If you don't remember how we get there, please go back to section 1 to review it. The campaign attracted 150 new customers to come to the store to make a purchase. We also know that on average they spent $10 during their first visit. Now, for the CLV calculation problem, I've made a couple of assumptions or projections on the components that we discussed in the last section about CLV. First of all, we need to determine the period of analysis. Because cupcake and its related products are consumed regularly, and normally we may expect customers to purchase, say, every once or twice every month. So I use months as the period of analysis. Second, based on past data, we can also estimate the monthly retention rate. In this case, I assume an average of 70% retention rate. It means 70% of customers who are retained in the last period will be retained in this period. Of course, you can also try different numbers of retention rate to see how CLV changes along that. Third, based on historical data and the customer's purchase behavior on their first visit, I assume that these new customers might follow a similar pattern and spend an average of $10 every month. Fourth, as I have discussed in previous videos, although different products have different margins, we can still calculate an average margin based on the average spend. In this case, I assume 50% gross margin, meaning that for every $1 of revenue, the cupcake store earns 50 cents. Now, if you remember, there are two more components, retention cost and discount rate. Those will be discussed in the advanced level. And I will talk about how to use those for calculating CLV using the advanced definition, which will be covered in the next section. Stay tuned for that. Now, with all this information, the only question I want to ask you is, what is the total CLV of these newly acquired customers over their lifetime with the cupcake store? I've covered the components, I have covered the framework of calculating CLV. Now think about how to solve this question yourself. Or better yet, try to work it out yourself. You can use your computer, you can use your pen and paper and calculator. It's up to you. Try to do that yourself. And I will talk about that in the next video.